that needs to be used when you look at the future and what needs to be done. And I think demonstrating is very important, the use cases, because a lot of people question what is the value. It's not GPUs, and it's ensuring that you have the data qualities. And people think that they can, by bringing chips and GPUs and installing them, you can create value. No, it's about also creating the talents, and you have the data quality that will help you. What we think of the future is that we will be working with hyperscaler because the models and the use cases and the pilots that we scale can be adopted across the industry. We can get to autonomous operation over in the future without losing control of our operation or safety, which is very important. We are running in a business that is very accident could happen. So I think demonstrating the value that can be creating while maintaining operation control and the safety of the plants, we are running, and taking that with hyperscaler and also our planned investment now in the humane in the kingdom, which will help not only nationally but internationally in terms of data centers and all of it. I think the use of AI in every aspect of operation is there, but more value is not in finance or in translation or in legal. The more value that we see is in real operation. When you look at the way you are doing certain things, this is where we put the billions of dollars in our operation. If you think about it, our capital program is $50 to $60 billion. Today, I have $100 billion under construction. Imagine the integration and the value that you can create across everything that you do by adopting AI. But this is the create for the enterprise, for Aramco and Aramco Group. But for the future, you need to see that intelligence in terms of running the operation scaled up across the industry. And this is, I think, we are better off working with hyperscaler who have the access to the global industries to scale, because a lot of what also we adopt and we scale is not only good for the energy industry, it's good for other industries. It could for so many other industries. But hyperscalers that have access to all of these industries other than our energy industry can play a role. But it is all about creating the right operation model, the pipeline, and also the decision-making in terms of kill, pilot, or scale. You need to have a quick decision-making. Otherwise, if you don't have the right process to review, prioritize, kill if need to be killed, it's not good to pilot or scale, or even during pilots, you need to make decisions quickly. But you need to create the right operation model in your establishment for you to be able to create the value that we are seeing today. And this is what we are hoping through working with hyperscalers in the industry. Accenture is a good example. We are trying to group our use cases and see which industry might be the best user of them and how we can scale this across.
We only have a few minutes left, and so I'm going to ask each of you to maybe answer the same question, and I'm going to start with you, Julie, which is, so what lessons have you learned, especially over the past year, 2 years, about scaling AI that you wish you had known earlier? And please do answer quickly, because we just have a couple.
I think it's about human in the lead, not human in the loop. We will inspire people, and we will run companies with people, and they will have a greater technology landscape. But we need to completely change the narrative to inspire people to paint the future. It is human in the lead, not human in the loop.
It should be a business bull, not AI or IT bush. If the business is not involved, you can pilot, you can scale, but you cannot have it across the whole establishment. So the business needs to be involved from day one for it to capture the whole value across the establishment and the group.
I didn't realize it till 10 minutes ago, but I should have hired Accenture. what Julie said, it hit me like 10 minutes ago. What Julie said about leader-led is so true at Visa. Like, we went so fast by trying to democratize access to all of these LLMs across the company. I preached it from the top. The whole leadership team, we talked about it for about 18 months. And we didn't really see the breakthrough until we got 300 of our top 300 people in the room for 2 days. And we forced them to go through hands-on keyboard training, build agents, be supervised, be evaluated. And to your earlier point, like once those top 300 leaders had confidence to build, use agents, and then lead their teams, like that was the unlock for us. And I wish I would have known it earlier. I heard excited.
There's still time, right?
I know.
There's still time.
I'm learning. I'm always learning, and this panel was no exception.
I would say spend at least as much time on the adoption as on the technology development. I think we're overexcited often by technology, and we're a technology company, so definitely speaking to myself. But actually, if you want to have it really driving impact, think about how you get it being worked with, which means that from the first moment you start to develop the technology, think about how it lands in the practice. So adoption is ultimately where success is measured. And actually, you need to design that in from the get-go. And that is much less about technology, much more about understanding the practice that it will actually serve, and actually how you then indeed rally the humans around it that run that business or run that practice. I think that's something that we have been learning in the last few years.
Well, thank you all so much. I think we kind of came back to the same place we started about thinking about outcomes and not just operations. And you said something that I wrote down because I thought it was so great, which is that it's hard to trust something until you understand it. I think we've all come away with a lot better understanding about scaling AI in large organizations. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt.